Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be doing another product review, this time the Dual Catchmon. Now, I'm really enjoying this thing. I'm sure you've heard about it, how it can connect to multiple devices, auto catch and spin for you, and it's looking pretty good here. This is it itself, all right? It is going to be running off of two AAA batteries, and here are all of the things that it does come with. So it is a pretty good size. It's not too heavy and it seems pretty solid. If you drop it a few times, it won't break. Comes with a protection case in case you are dropping it, an instruction manual, two lanyards, short and then a longer one here, and then the product itself within the box. So it is promoting a 600-hour battery life standby. That's a big difference between use and standby. So 600 hours on standby. Let's knock it down to about 400 hours. With two trainers using it at the same time, you have the LED lights going on. That's granted, you have the sound and vibration turned off. Not too sure who exactly would want the sound on. It's absolutely maddening. All right, taking a look at all of the devices side by side here, we have the Gacha Evolve, the Pokeball Plus, the Dual Catchmon itself, and then the original Gacha. Now, this thing, it's just working great for me. I had a blast using it. At first, it was a bit frustrating. We'll get into that here in just a moment. We're going to put aside the Gacha Evolved. It just needs an update. I'm sure it'll be working fine in the future. Also considering the fact that the connection problems with Pokemon Go are still active, even in the newest update. They have been fixed slightly, I do believe, but it hasn't been 100% fixed, unfortunately. So the Pokeball Plus is also a nice device. It's just a bit clunky for my personal taste. Now it's down to these two, the Gacha and the Dual Catchmon. Well, the Gacha is always going to be fantastic, and I'm going to get into why it's a little bit faster here in just a moment. But this device, the Dual Catchmon, I'm loving it. There's a feature that I absolutely cannot pass up, and I am already addicted to it. Now, taking a look at the instructions here, pretty standard stuff, right? Now, something I'm going to recommend when you do get this is basically pushing both of the buttons at the same time to turn off the sound as well as the vibration, because the sound is absolutely unnecessary. If you like the vibration, then you can go ahead and keep that, but you're going to extend that battery life by doing this. It's pretty straightforward on how to connect it for the first time. So it is going to be under the Go Plus option, not the Pokeball Plus. When you first do connect it, you will see two of them because, well, it is two devices at once. Simply pick one and then the other trainer can go to the other side. Now, stay tuned to the end because I am going to be giving one of these away. That's right, I will send it to you at no cost, as well as adding you to my friend list if that is something you so choose to do. Now, to the left is going to be the actual image of what it looks like when it's catching and spinning here, and it did catch me a shiny. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's like a shiny catcher or nothing, but coincidentally, it found me a shiny. I was pretty happy about that. So this is going to be retailing for about $79.99. That is a bit expensive. Take a look at some of the reviews here over on Amazon. They looked pretty good for the most part. People were saying that it doesn't catch as fast as something else that you may be using, which is in fact a bit true. When I first started using it, it wasn't really catching as fast, all right? But here is the kicker. Here's the fun part. Do you see the middle screen here? I literally tapped on the Pokeball on the right to reconnect it. And here's the fantastic part. You do not need to push the button on the Dual Catchmon to have connectivity active again. So say you're lying in bed and you look at your phone and it's downstairs. You're like, man, I have a few spawns here. I don't feel like catching them. It's late. I just wanted to just catch it by itself. You simply have to push the Pokeball and it'll reconnect. It is fantastic, and that right there is my favorite feature of this whole thing, right? It's basically going to be doing the same thing that your other auto catches or Pokeball Plus or Go Plus are going to be doing. So taking a look at the gameplay, we were downtown and I did do a few more tests after Scarlet Witch and myself did use it. And her personal opinion, how did she feel about it being, in fact, the #1 trainer in Alaska as far as stats are concerned? She enjoyed it. She gave it a solid 7, 1 through 10, saying that the connectivity was pretty good. Otherwise, if we were moving, if we were still, would kind of maybe sometimes not catch everything. But I personally have experienced that with other devices. And also keep in mind that we do have the connectivity issues right now for Pokemon Go, which have yet to be 100% resolved. So there is that to consider. But otherwise, when we first started out, I was a bit frustrated it wasn't catching as fast as the gacha initially would have, and then it started picking it up about 30 minutes in, and it started to just really go to town and catch things, spinning stops, and we were looking pretty good. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, whoa, 80 bucks? That's a little bit steep. And I'm gonna have to say, yes, it is a bit pricey, but consider this, it's 2 devices. I can't tell you how many times I've been out grinding with a few of my friends who don't really play too often. They just like to ride around with me because they know that I do the whole YouTube thing. I'm grinding and there's nothing else that I really do other than play Pokemon Go. So they're like, all right, I'll pull out my phone, log into my account, and we'll grind. Let's see what we can do. But they do not have a device to catch Pokemon. Therefore, they're kind of losing out. They don't really know how to fast catch. This can alleviate those problems right there. Now, I've had other Go Plus products that I've given them the actual officially licensed ones, and I literally have had 3 of them, but I've given them all to my friends because of those specific situations. This right here will take away that. This is going to be great for couples or friends. If you have somebody visiting in town and you just had this in your car, you're like, oh, well, connect to this, problem solved. Now, compared to the original gacha, I feel like the original gacha is going to be auto spinning and auto catching slightly faster. But like I said, as we went more into the grind and spending more time downtown, it really started picking up and showing the same results as the gacha would almost. This is from my personal experience here. I felt like it was working slower at first and then picked it up. So the gacha though, I'm gonna have to say, after we were finished downtown and I went to my local mall area where I usually do grind and I did a few tests, the gacha was going a little bit faster. It really depends upon the spawns and also, you know, connectivity issues within the Pokemon app itself that we're having currently. But overall, the gacha is moving a little bit faster in spinning and catching Pokemon. But this product, it's not to go to say it's super slow or horrible or anything, but I'm absolutely loving it for the fact that I do not need to push the button on it if it disconnects from wherever distance. Now, it can go up to 20 meters away from the phone, which is a good amount of distance to be apart. So say you're with somebody else and they kind of wander off a little bit, at least they'll still be able to keep that connectivity issue or problem at bay regarding that. And if they do get disconnected, once they're back in range, they don't have to go up to you and say, hey, can you push the button so I can reconnect? They simply have to just push the Pokeball on the screen and they will get automatically connected back and they will be back in action. I absolutely love that feature, and that is what sold it for me personally. Otherwise, this is a normal device that's going to be doing everything else the same like the other products that you may have right now. So with that said, I think this is a solid purchase if you have the money to spend and you're looking to possibly buy a gacha evolved, a Go Plus. The Go Plus is retail for about, I don't know, $25 to $35 now. So if you're trying to get 2 of those, it's around 55 to 60 bucks. So it really depends upon where you're buying it, used or new, right? So all those variables considered, $80 for this product is a bit steep, I must admit, but it is a solid thing here. Now, I will be doing a follow-up video for the Dual Catchmon as well as the Gacha Evolve once the connectivity issues have been resolved 100% for Pokemon Go. Now, let's talk about how I will be giving one of these away. Make sure you like the video, comment, head over to my Twitter, and like the post regarding this specific video. If you've done all those things, you will be entered automatically to possibly win this, as well as being on my friends list. Hopefully you PvP, because that's what I'm looking for, people who love to PvP, right? And that's how you will be able to get one of these yourself, considering it's going to be retailing for about 80 bucks. That's, a pretty easy way to get one right now. Just make sure you smash that like button, comment, retweet, everything that you could possibly do regarding those things, and that will increase your chances to win this. And I will be announcing that in about a week or so. And with that said, trainers, I'm really liking this product. Seems pretty solid, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to have to do a follow-up video because we're still having a bit of connectivity issues with Pokemon Go for all devices currently. And with that said, trainers, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.